Good evening, everybody. It's now the 13th of June. Welcome to Greenbush and the next episode, episode 3 of Gardener's Island. We've been rather busy since our last filmed. We've had the driveway extended to make it a bit wider, so we can get a couple more cars on if we need to. We've put a new raised bed in, and we've absolutely crammed it full of plants, as you can see. We've got all sorts: sweet peas, Dahlias, fuchsias, delphiniums, amaranthus, heucheras, oh, you name it, we've got it in there. We're even having a go at doing some carnations. They're in flower there. It's all looking rather good at the moment, and nice and full. We've had a nice drop of rain, so everything is showing a bit of colour. We've got a few dahlia plants over the back there, one or two there of Arabian Night just coming through, and yeah, looking quite good. So we'll head off around the garden and show you some more. This is our pergola down the front with our nice row of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, I think about 10 hanging baskets, all planted up the same, all looking rather nice. And the pond, as you can see, still a work in progress, but it's coming on nicely. And we've got our first well, it's our second water lily flower out in bloom at the moment, and but more to come, I think. Still got some planting to do around the outside, but we're getting there. And behind that, as you can see, is a little woodland area under the trees, and that's going to be in full colour in a few weeks. Well, we've replanted and reinvigorated the border under the windows, and that's again got a bit of a mixed bag in. We've still got the euphorbias in there and some climbing roses, but we've got a few more dahlias in there, and whatever else we could find: fuchsias, ageratum, cosmos, foxgloves just going over now, and more delphiniums, and some irises, and along the front there you can see all our little hosta collection, and one plant that, although we brought all the hostas with us from Western where we used to live, we even managed to bring along our seeded wild orchid that managed to seed itself in a pot of hostas, and it's come with us and it's survived, which is rather good. And hostas are doing okay, a little bit of slug damage, but yeah, not too bad. Well, this is our strawberry tunnel, which is full of fruit at the moment. We've had a few nice pickings, but the mice also seem to like the strawberries, so we've had a few being nibbled, but hopefully they've been taken care of today. Into one of Dawn's tunnels now. This is where she's got all her tomato plants, aubergines, chilies, peppers, whatever it is she's got going on in here, but it's coming along nicely, and she doesn't give them as much water maybe as I would, but they're getting there, all coming along nice. This is a new addition that we've just done. Yeah, it was a bit of a dead spot in the corner, or between the conservatory and the living room wall. So we've, or Dawn has done all the planting. I did the groundwork pretty much, and that's our little hosta and heuchera and acer area. Peace and tranquility garden, as I like to call it. And this is Dawn's vegetable garden. I say Dawn because she likes vegetables, and I tolerate them in my dinner occasionally. It's all looking nice and lush and green at the moment. We've had our first crop of potatoes the other day, doing quite well, and everything's getting away quite nicely. Beans, courgettes, and a few bits and bobs in there, all looking quite good. Now to the business end of the garden, and all the dahlias finally planted. I've made a start on the frame for all the larger flowers and the ones that need covering. Still got one or two to plant, but only a few, handful here and there, and that's they all went in at the weekend. And I go over towards the sweet peas. They're coming along. First shows this weekend. I'm going to struggle outdoors. The weather's been terrible the last few days, but they're getting there. They'll be all right in a fortnight, 3 weeks, when I want them for the national show, hopefully, if the weather's kind, and the Kent County show again, where we hope to do well again as we did last year. But I'll have a few for the weekend. Got some quite nice Gwendolyn. Hopefully they're not too weather damaged. See one or two there have gone over. I'll pick them in a minute. But no, some cracking plants. Lovely long stems on them. Certainly the best plants I've ever had. I think they certainly like the heavier soil down here on the island. Right, in the big polytunnel now, and these are what I sowed early or planted early in the aim of to see if I could get them out for Chelsea week, which was a success on most of them, and they're getting too tall and getting away now, so I should be leaving them for seed shortly, although I will have to use some at the weekend for my first show. But other than that, they'll be left for seed. Still got one or two to rogue out, a few imposters amongst them, not really sure why, but they have been certainly the best sweet peas I've ever had. Lovely long stems, so if the ones outdoors do as well as the ones indoors, I should be really pleased. But certainly a great growing environment in here. Just to show you how tall these things are getting now, they're much taller than what I can reach now. They're getting up to about 8 foot, I think. But this is one of my favourites. I don't know if I can get a good picture of it, but this is this one here. That's the one I had named, and that's going to be Dawn Everest, and hopefully it'll be available to purchase. Maybe next year, all being well. If we get plenty of seeds this year, I might let that one loose on the market. It's going to be called Dawn Everest. Well, we've been a little bit behind the last certainly 2 or 3 weeks, but we finally got around, due to thanks from my father-in-law, to tie up all the sweet peas up the wigwams today. And they're all going to be for seed purposes, or most of them will be for seed. Got one or two to rogue out, I can see already, and the others need a bit of attention. All the Spencer types, but they'll soon start climbing up the canes as opposed to falling over them. And I've had to in between the wigwams, I've planted up dahlia tubers, and hopefully they will come good towards the end of the season. These are my late chrysanths. I've got a mixture of small, medium, large singles and anemones. Pretty much all that I grow. I haven't got the time at the moment or patience to do the disc buds, but maybe in time I might have a go in a year or two. A few spare dahlia plants there, just in case I need to top anything up. So there's the rest of the lates. They've got single canes in now, but I should be putting in extra canes over the coming days. Over the back there's a load of old dahlia tubers still to find a home for, but most things are out already. This is all my tuber stock that I've planted out. The reason for that is to try and get some early flowers for early August, which is the Chail show. It's a big island show held first weekend in August, so I like to try and get a few flowers out for there, so hopefully they'll be okay. And the last few bits and pieces in the polytunnel. These are some, on the right there are the dahlias I potted up today. They're just going to be spare plants and for pot tubers, and the ones on the left there are again ones I potted up a couple of weeks ago, again all for pot tuber use. And there's just a few odd bits and bobs there, some more pot tuber stuff, and one or two bits to go outside. The yellow leaf on that variety, that's, I can almost tell you without looking, that'd be Blighton Lady in Red. Has a habit of having yellow leaves occasionally. Not often seen it having that many, but anyhow, I'm sure they'll be fine, and they're to go out sometime over the weekend. And we have a new addition to our many hobbies. We've got the bees. We had the hive nearest us we've had for a while now. Brought that over with us from the mainland. But the one at the back there, we've just acquired that one, and they all settled in nicely. So I do have to be careful with what I spray. Nothing that's gonna hurt the bees, as we need them. And yeah, so hopefully we might be getting some honey, maybe this year. And I ran out of room, so I've had to make up another little raised bed. It's not brilliant at the moment, but it'll do, and that's got a lot of trials, varieties and bits and pieces in there, and it'll be interesting to see what they turn out like. Well, that's it everybody, that's it for tonight, and just leave you with a finishing shot of the sweet peas, and talk to you again soon.